Hello everyone, welcome to Mohan's Teaching Corner. Today we are going to discuss growth and development principles, which is a part of your education psychology. Okay, this is very useful for your coming Telangana Public Service Commission Deputy Education Officer and diet lecturers, SCRT, NCRT, other lecturers as well as M.Ed and B.Ed. So if you are newly watching my channel, please do subscribe and share it with your friends and like the channel. You are going to get the more informational and educational information regularly. So let us start growth and development principles. So meaning of growth and development. See, the growth and development. See, the growth, it is a quantitative changes. That means you can calculate in size, height, weight, how much the size of the person and what is the height of the person, what is the weight of the person, where you can measure. Okay, and you can also observe whether it is growing or not. Okay, it's like, for example, infant's weight in triple in first year. So here you can check the growth. Here indicates the growth where we can measure his weight, his height, okay, and size. Okay, it's a measurable and you can observe the same. Then it comes to the development. It is a qualitative changes. It's progress acquisition skills. It is like continuous and complex process. Example, child learning, walking, talking, behavioral and imitating others. Okay, so nicely speaking, all those comes under development. Okay, then principles of continuity. See here the key point you have to observe here. See, it is starting bullying, then toddler, like that. It is going first steps, grading, graduation, like that. Here the development is a continuous process. It starts at conception, like born, and continue till throughout the life. No gaps or no breaks in development. It is a real life example. Life, for example, language acquisition began with the cooing. Okay, progress to bubbling, single words eventually leads to complex sentence. So example, you can take that. So they make the small words, then they use the complex sentences. So this continuity is there. It starts from the birth and it continues throughout the life. Okay, then principles of sequential development. So the development takes place, the child, for example, first they control the head, then they sit, then they crawl, then they walk. Here head control, like baby learns to hold the baby head steadily, then sitting around 6 to 7 months, traveling starts 8 to 10 months, then walking between 12 to 15 months. It's depend on the like genetical factor also. So development follows the fixed sequence or pattern that is predictable. So the universal across the children. Okay, so like the rate of development may vary or changes, but the sequence remain constant. First they control the head, then they sit, they travel, they walk, they runs. So this is the principles of sequential development. The development takes place sequentially. Okay, the principles of cephalocaudal and proximodistal development. Cephalocaudal means, so development proceeds from head to thigh. Then first head develops, then it goes to down, like that. Head development precedes lower first. First body here you can check the picture. The head develops, then other parts is going to be developed. Okay, proximity means the development proceeds from the center, okay, outward. So if this trunk, this is developed, then other parts develops. That is the proximodistal development. That is the tongue control before the extremis. Example, arm movement before the finger controls. Here the arms develops first, then they can move the fingers later. So here you can check. So the principles of cephalocaudal and proximodistal development. One is cephalocaudal and proximodistal development. You can, if you want, you can take the screenshot of this. The principle of general to specific. Okay, in child development, general movement. Child initially makes the broad sweeping movement with the entire limbs. So startingly, he slowly start with the creeping. Okay, then immediate control gain over the similar muscles group. Then specific is finally he achieves the fine movement control of the precise task. Like for example, writing developments from random scribbling to control lines to precise letter formation. Then principles of individual differences. Sorry, the key points here: the child develop at their own pace. Okay, influenced by genetic environment and nutrition. Normal variation exists within the development milestone. Here, not everybody growth or develops same. Okay, each child develops on their own. Okay, it is influenced by the genetically or DNA, the environment where they brought up and what they are eating. This is also considered the same. Example: some children walk at 10 months, they walks early months. Some children walk after 15 months. Okay, it varies. So vocabulary development also, the speaking development also, among the 2 years old, some people may talk early, some people may talk later. So this is the principle of individual differences. Then principles of differentiation and integration. So differentiation, develop the proceed from simple to complex behavior. Okay, for example, baby random arm movement before purposeful reaching. So randomly they move the hands, then purposefully they capture something like that. Integration, so separate skill combine into coordination complex action. So firstly they learn specific skill, then they integrate all the skills. For example, separate skill for standing, balancing, muscles control integrated for walking. The principle explain how the children abilities to become more redefined and coordinate over a time. So principles of integrated development. So integrate means सब मिला के होता है. What is that? Cognitive. Okay, cognitive means thinking, reasoning, problem solving, and physical development that comes under motor skill, coordination and strength, and language, communication, vocabulary comprehension, etc. Then social relationships, having feelings, then self-regulation. So these are the cognitive, physical, language and social emotion. This comes under principles of interrelated development. So example, when a child learn to read, okay, means he has to use his cognitive skills and they develop the eye movement. Okay, mind, eye. Okay, then they enjoy with the others, like they study with others and they will expand the vocabulary, they will enjoy that. There's a coordination of cognitive, physical, language and social emotional. So these are the things called as principles of interrelated development. Then principles of predictability. One, you can predict. Okay, infant, it comes to 0 to 1 years. So in that particular thing, what happened? Sits without support of approximately 6 months, respond to own name within 9 months. The toddler means it may be 1 to 3 years. So they speaks approximately 50 plus words within 2 years. Then he jumps into 2.5 years. Then he go to the preschool year where he is going to simple stories. He is going to tell simple stories. Then he hopes on 1 foot. Okay, for 4 years. The key concept is development milestone follows the predictable pattern, allowing expert to create growth charts and developmental screening tools. So one can predict, okay, what is he going to do. Okay, what is the at what time, at what age, what they can do, like infant, toddler and preschool, adulthood. Okay, like that they can predict. This is called principles of predictability. Then principles of cumulative effect. Okay, here what happened, each new learning builds upon the previous skill. If you know, if you learn something, okay, on that you are going to have extra skill. So your learning depends on what you learned earlier. Okay, earlier experience form a foundation for later development. So earlier whatever you learn, that become foundation for you. Then skills accumulate and combine over time. So small skill become big skill. So that is the thing. So real life example: child first recognize the letters, then learns the letter sounds, then combines the sounds into words. Finally, he reads the complete sentence. For example, he learned word A, B, C, then he learns the words, then sentences, then paragraphs. So this is the principles of cumulative effect. Okay, principles of unequal rates. So by age 5 years, the child brain reaches 85% its adult weight. It is unequal. Some people develop their exceptional. Okay, some people by 2 years, a child reaches about the 50% of the adult height, or 2x vocabulary expression. So it is unequal rate. Some people do some special people get the brain become big and they become high, height become more or less vocabulary. Some people may speak fluently, some people they won't speak. So different aspects of the development proceeds at different rates. Physical, cognitive, social, emotional growth do not occur at the same pace to reach maturity simultaneously. So some people brain grows but they cannot speak properly, like that. Okay, principles of critical periods. Okay, what is this? Critical or sensitive periods, specific time windows when individual particular abilities is efficient. So optimal period for environment stimulation. Delays may difficult to compensate later. For example, language acquisition takes place between 0 to 6 years, and vision developments 0 to 8 months. Then attachment formation, that is emotional attachment formation, 6 to 24 months. This is the principle of critical period. Okay, then principles of interaction between the heredity and environment. So the person development takes place with the combination of heredity and environment. So like genetic inheritance, our DNA may plays major role, and it sets our potential limits and or okay, or borders. It example, high potential, temperament, peaceful. This comes under heredity. Environment, so our experiences, opportunity to make something extra, and what the food, what the healthcare we take. So example, language exposure stimulation. So if the people around speaks the good language, they ultimately they are going to have the good language skills. So development is the result of continuously interplay between genetic factors and environment factors. So neither can work isolation. So genetically and like heredity and environment, both the things make equal importance in the growth of a child. Then principles of direction. So cephalocaudal, he says that the control, they control the head first, then control the control the legs, then upper body skill develop the before. So the development starts from the head to toe. This is called as cephalocaudal. Okay, head to toe. Okay, proximodistal, that means center to periphery, means here the development starts here physically, like cognitive, emotional, cognitive, like social. There is a representation. The shoulder, see the shoulder control the wrist, arm control before fingers, development grasp before the pincer grip. Like so, these direction principle guide the understanding of physical development sequence of the growth of the child. Then principles of development readiness. The key concept is child learn best when the development is ready. Then the physically ready, then they are going to learn properly. Facing skill before readiness lead to frustration. So some maturity level should be there, proper age should be there in order to learn something, or else they are going to have frustration. So readiness to that is the reason NEP 2020 comes into picture. So preschool, what is the age, and primary school, what is the age. Okay, so readiness depends on maturation and previous experience. For example, reading readiness requires visual discrimination, phonological awareness. So they are able to have the proper cognition development, and they are also able to speak properly and see properly, so that they can read properly. So for example, toilet training requires physical control and cognitive understanding. So it needs some like 2-3 years to learn. So principles of development readiness is essential. Then principles of development tempo. Okay, what is that? Here, periods of rapid growth. The growth will be more between 0 to 2 years. There, the children like they it is called as a rapid physical growth. Then early childhood, 2 to 6 years. In between, they are going to learn the language. Then adolescent, it is a secondary growth part. Then plateau, period of consolidation. So skills practice and refined, preparation for the next development leap. So development occurs in spurts and plateaus rather than steady pace. Different domains may escalate, plateau, or different times. So what the teacher has to do here? Differentiate instruction. You cannot give the same instruction to all the people. So you should recognize the individual differences. You should provide the learning experience different people according to their age, their understanding level, their heredity. Adjust the expectation approximately. You have to adjust. You cannot expect everything same from all the people. So different people have the different way of performance. You should expect the same. Then development appropriate practice. Match the activities to development level. If you are giving some activity, that should match to the particular age group. Provide scaffolding for the new skill. You have to give the opportunity to learn the new skill. Plan for predictable sequence. The whatever you are doing as a teacher, you should make them sequentially, and you should predict the same. Assessment. So you should test. You should monitor a development process, how they are developing. Identify the potential concern early, what they are lacking. You should analyze their SWOT, like strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. And you should also communicate with the parents, so that if they have the deficiency, if they are hyper or normal people, so that you should take care as a teacher. So as a teacher, there is a differentiated instruction, developmental appropriate practice, then assessment. Then so what we are learn here? Okay, we learn about the direction pattern, the continuity. It is a sequential development. So cephalocaudal, that means the like growth starts from head to toe. Then proximodistal, that means it starts from the mid of the body. Then general to specific. Then as we discussed about the individual difference, not everybody is the same, and it may, like heredity environment makes the both makes a crucial role. And development readiness we discussed, and critical period also we discussed. Integration, so different skills are integrated. Then there is a interrelated development, there is a cumulative effect, then unequal rates. So understanding these principles help the create the optimal learning environment that respect each child's development journey. So this is small presentation for the child development. Please do subscribe Mohan's Teaching Corner, and like and share with others, and do comment us, so that we can have the better content. Thank you for watching my channel. All the best for your coming examination.